Mike Bohn here on UFC X Radio Row with Triple C, Henry Cejudo, who's here hanging out with the fans, meet and greet and stuff, recovering. We got the gloves on. Are you a germaphobe, Henry?
Dude, that's too many handshakes, dude. Like, you know, like, me and OJ have something in common. You know, we both like the gloves.
That's hilarious. How's it being here? Obviously, you know, you're supposed to be training for a fight and everything, but instead you get to, I guess, change your mindset a little bit and hang out with the fans, hang out with us media, have us annoy you.
I'm only here for a couple days. Like, I'm going back, I'm doing my rehab. I got a 50% tear on 2 of my tendons. I got to get that healthy first and foremost. I was thinking about taking that fight with Cejudo, which I never signed that contract. So just so all you guys know, because if I do sign the contract, guys, I've fought with sprained ankles, broken hands. I've done it all. But I blew out this one against Marias, and I was out for a year. And I started feeling those same symptoms. I'm just like, no, man, my body's telling me to, you know, chill out and hang out for a minute until I get healthy. So that's my situation right now.
Yeah, how frustrating was that, though? Because I know you probably wanted to put the fight with Aljo behind you. You got this win. The whole narrative changes, right? You're right back in the mix.
Cejudo was about to. He was going to get a beat down, man. I promise you that. You know, he talks about he's going to fight for his life. You have no idea. When you get a competitor who's done it all, who's like wants it back, now I'm fucking dangerous right now, dude.
He's fighting Pedro Munoz now. They just announced that like a few minutes ago. What do you think of that fight?
I figured. I think it's a good fight. I think it's a good fight for him. I think Cheeto's got better strike. I think Cejudo will probably win.
Is that like the one that makes sense to you? If he wins, that you come back whenever you're ready? Like, how long do you think you're gonna be out?
No, I want Merab, dude. Like that was my original thing. If not, I was gonna retire in the beginning. But then once they kind of brought that up to me, I'm like, fuck, maybe I will do it. You know what I mean? Maybe I will fight on August. When I used to compete in wrestling, man, we used to compete every single week. So to us, like all this other stuff, like even when I was a champion. When I beat Demetrius, I beat TJ, and I beat Marlon Moraes all in 10 months. Like, I was trying to fight and compete as much as I possibly could. And then, obviously, my shoulder kind of blew out. So, I'm a type of guy that bring him out, dude. Bring him out. Like let's whip him out. So, but as of now, man, because of the way the format kind of is, I want to wait for Merab. And I think Merab's my best option to get back to the title.
You give us.
Nobody wants to fight him either, dude. I'm like, no, I'll give it to me.
What do you think of his style, right? Because he has like, they always say, oh, like all these takedowns and stuff, but he shoots like 40 takedowns a fight, maybe gets like a handful of them. Do you feel like that's a very effective style, and how would you deal with that, do you think?
It is if you're not a wrestler, but if you are a wrestler, like I know where the camp's gonna have to go. I know where I'm going to dedicate that time, and it's also gonna push me. I'm here to win my title back. Like, so I want Merab, even if it's a 5-rounder, if they want to do that, I'm up with it too. Because I want to, you know what I mean? I beat him. I know that I'm ready, you know, for that 5-round fight once again. And I think the biggest thing too, looking back at it, I really didn't know how to pace myself because it's been so long, and I had to kind of figure that out. It's the same reason why I came out strong in the 5th, because I didn't know how much I was giving to the other rounds. I knew it was going to be a 5-round fight. You know what I mean? Like, I just knew it. The day that I woke up, I kind of felt it a little bit. I'm like, dude, I don't feel that pop. I don't feel that sting because of that weight cut that I had. Even though I was good on weight, I cut the weight a little bit fast, and I did 10 pounds in an hour with plastics. That was the stupidest thing I could have ever done. So I knew that it was going to be a fight. I knew it was going to be a 5-round war, and I knew that I had to pace myself, and that's what it was.
Can you give me some insight into what the days were like? Because you came to the press conference at 288, and you're asking us, like, did I win? You didn't really know. You hadn't watched the fight. There's just, I'm sure, a lot of emotions dealing through. Like, so what were the following days like when you watched the fight and ultimately decided, like, I want to keep fighting, I want to get back in there?
No, I just thought about it. I have a sister too who's and I was down there. I was just kind of telling her, hey, I'm done, dude. If I can't be first, you guys know me, dude. I'll be a miserable fuck. But I says, I'm not in this two-part. It wasn't even for the 135-pound belt. Like, to me, like, that's what I needed to get to the 145-pound. Like, the goal was that. So I was more bummed out to not be able to, or have the ability to get to 145 pounds and fight for that belt. Even just try to fight for that belt. Like, to me, I respect Volkanovski tremendously. Like, it's the same reason why I talk shit. And if I talk a lot of shit about you, it's because more likely I probably respect you. His IQ, his distance recognition, the way he sets trap, his lateral movements, how he inside kicks, he outside kicks. Like, I studied this dude a lot. I know what he's doing. You know, and it's the same reason why I want to challenge myself. Because I feel like him fighting a shorter fighter would have been a little bit different. You know? And try to go out there and literally search for greatness, man. do something that nobody's ever done.
Do you talk shit about Conor McGregor because you respect him, or is he the exception?
Nah, I talk shit because of Conor McGregor, because I talk shit about Conor McGregor. But I do respect Conor. I think he was the first to ever become a double champ. Is he the greatest double champ ever? No. Is he the greatest of all time? No. He just happened to really come in at the right time, where he was able to play with his mouth, that was able to make him money, and he was able to get into people's mind, which is I respect, because he did that with Aljo, and he was able to do it. He was able to walk what he did. But now it's Conor kind of become just a circus, quite honestly, man. Like it's not that Conor that you once took.
The whole thing is now, like, is this Michael Chandler fight even going to happen? If it does happen, you do the breakdowns. Can he even win this fight in your mind?
He could. Only if Chandler fights stupid. He could. Only if Chandler fights stupid. That's all I got to say, because if Chandler tries to go toe to toe with the heavy hander, Conor could possibly take him out in the first. Anything that goes past the first or even second, Conor McGregor's chances of winning are very slim.
Last question: who wins the title fight between Aljo and Sean O'Malley?
Aljo. Aljo's gonna beat him. I think the key for a guy like Sean is keep it in the center. If you're able to keep it in the center and not go backwards, not have him get you backpedaling or get you against the cage, you'll be all right. Because his wrestling, it's nothing off the open. And if you do end up taking him down, like careful, like secure your locks, because I get the funky stuff out there talking to that he kind of goes with. But I think that's the biggest thing. Something so simple as stay in the center and let your hands go, take risk. And if Sean doesn't do that, if he backpedals, he's gonna get taken down. It's gonna be a boring ass fight, but Aljamain's gonna beat him.
Yeah, well, I think some of your breakdowns are some of the best in the game, man. I think the sport is a better place when you're active and involved with it. So I'm happy to see you back. Happy to see you working towards hopefully fighting, sometime soon when you're healthy and recovered.
Well, thank you. I'm flattered. That means a lot, But I appreciate it.
Thanks, Henry. Appreciate the time.